has been passed on last December. It's hard to be home.
Clive, I'm a Mrs. Bubble and Squeak.
Flint, the guest will arrive momentarily. The house is still not ready yet.
God, Clive, I've been working fast as I can. The upstairs is done.
Bring up!
Oh, did you just...
Watch yourself, Flint. Lettie was well managed.
Oh, God, Clive. You don't mean the master?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Clive, this car's coming across the bridge.
It must be the guest. Let's go suspect.
How many guests will there be? 6.
Where are the keys? Oh, the chair!
Yes, that's right. Oh, what a lovely house.
Oscar, no thank
Well,
you.
thank you. Oh, what a marvelous atmosphere.
Dr. Grayburn, how nice to see you again. Nice to see you again, Clive. You're not all right. No, ma'am. You're expecting him shortly. Dr. Grayburn, this is Miss Langdon. Oh, yes.
I'm home.
Of course you are.
Oh, what a lovely house it is. House it is.
Yes, it is.
Hey, Clive! Doctor, what are you doing here? Is Uncle Dudley under the weather again?
No, Nigel. The social visit that Miss Langdon and I are back for.
I'm glad she met you. I can drink.
No, thanks. It's rather early for me.
I thought I was invited to go alone this weekend.
Oh, what a lovely, 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 lovely house it is.
Oh. Lady Manly-Prowe. Bonjour, bonjour. Who are all these people? Is Lord Rancour here? He's expected shortly. I must see you.
Aren't we lucky to be here?
Yes, I suppose. I don't do it. Mrs. Tweed. Miss Tweed. Set up my easel, I feel so inspired. Who could feel tired in this atmosphere? Cast off the cares that you have acquired, and heave a line recycling country like you dead and white and Roberts. A most exciting weekend. We've been invited to a marvelous weekend in the country there. We've been invited to a marvelous weekend, a marvelous, invigorating, glorious, and stimulating, radiant, exhilarating weekend. Far, far away from civilization, true relaxation is our goal. We'll pass our evenings in polite conversation. After dinner we'll retire for a penny by the fire. The weekend is this entire weekend.
I say, was what will this order? I have to come in set out.
Yes, sir. Everything is in readiness. Good show.
I'm thinking nothing will be on the agenda.
I recommend a bit of gay croquet.
I recommend the take a
No, you don't.
I do. They don't have the proper magenta.
You don't?
I do. But the wig up in my boot. Could you pledge it?
Yes, miss. I'm a gentleman.
You too, Lettie, miss. Lettie, why don't you have a Ovaltine? I like to toast the sunset. Yes, miss.
Aren't we lucky to all be here?
Oh, yes, Tweed. That is all very important. Who's there? Oh, so it is. I can be silly.
Question my classic, I feel so elated.
Lord, stimulated by the country. That's Bob Rancour, right? I must see him the minute he does. Ovaltine indeed.
This is a certain to become entertaining.
It's the same good boy, and the boy of Ferret.
Oh, Lettie!
I say, what's this?
It's the chamber pot, miss. Not the decoration.
Ovaltine, Bosshardt, is the very thing. Ovaltine, Ovaltine.
Lettie, could you pass me?
Yes, miss.
What a lovely Ovaltine necklaces and chamber pots and gin. When they go to bed at night, I like to tuck 'em in.
Don't work,
She already got one.
Excuse me, have you seen the... Oh, there it is.
In all them cases, she's got nothing but paint. No pearls, just paint.
Mint, lights, Lettie, correct.
I brought a super swimming costume.
I've got my chest set from Bombay.
Pools of twilight, waterfalls, twilight.
Get the yours and let's go home.
Choose a side with no knowing.
Boys of London has ensured that we've been invited to a marvelous weekend in the country there. We've been invited to a marvelous weekend. Some will packing, some will packing, some will painting, some will packing, some will party, darling, every some will swimming, some will go. Party, painting, darling, every party, packing, swimming, go. Guarantee us all a glowing weekend in the country.
Excuse me. Perhaps I should have a wrap.
A drink would warm you up.
No, thank you. Would I get so much to see the rose garden in my moonlight?
You'll get a full tour of the grounds tomorrow, I'm sure. Rancour's Tweed, Lord Rancour's pride and joy.
I can well imagine. I've never seen a house this beautiful. I find it all white and candy. You see, it's my very first weekend in the country.
Oh, this is my first weekend here. Although, it's as if I've been here many times. Lord Rancour carries photographs of the estate as some men carry photographs of their children.
How sweet.
I myself have never quite understood his attachment for this little place.
I find it quite charming.
And you find his lordship charming as well?
Actually, I've never met Lord Rancour.
And it looks as if you never will. I find his tardiness extremely derriere. In the morning.
No, no. It'll be done presently.
Oh, then he's arrived?
Yes, yes. Not long after I went to my room, I saw his car pull up.
Then I see no reason for dinner to be retarded. Des. I hope dinner's a bit late. One should never rush a good sherry.
I didn't know this to be a party. I thought I alone was invited.
My invitation mentioned no other guests. Mine stated clearly that Lord Rancour wished to speak to me privately.
Really? Mine too.
Yes, well, it seems we found the most interesting topic for dinner conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some distressing news. A severe electrical storm is rapidly approaching. Should there be a power failure, candles are distributed generously throughout the house. The rising water levels of the lake have made the bridge to the mainland impassable. The master will not be dining with you this evening. Lord Rancour is dead. Dinner is served. Is everyone okay? What? It's as I expected. Well, what did you expect? She is dead. What? Oh, lightning, I suppose.
No. Someone has tampered with this stairs.
You don't think that is.
I'm afraid it is.
Intentional.
What?
An explosive. The time? Yet uncertain.
A blimmin' booby trap.
Precisely.
But why Clive?
You mean McShane? It could have been any one of us.
That's true, my dear. Unless the device were carefully controlled.
What? That would be murder!
Some things are afoot, and the butler didn't do it.
The butler didn't do it.
Some things are afoot, and if she didn't do it, someone else has had to do it. A storm is here. We're surrounded by a lake. The house is dreary. The weekend is a big mistake. Some things are afoot. Something very scary. Let me please another sherry. Something is quite bound by superstition. I'm forced to admit the supposition without a quiz that something is
What say a little of sherry? What say a little bit of song? When one has a little spot of sherry, what can possibly go wrong? You know who's on the present, we never should pursue it. Oh, we're quite protected by the chaps who know just how to do it.
cheers.
So the level by the same agitated set. Here's to another spot of sherry, raising our glasses in a song. When one has another spot of sherry, nothing in the world, in the whole United Kingdom, nothing in the world could be wrong, could be wrong. Some things are afoot, and the butler didn't do it. How could the butler do it? Something is quite amiss.
Let's be bound by superstition.
We're forced to admit the supposition. Without a quiz, that something is up.
Exploding stairs are rather rare. You just don't find them everywhere.
Without a quiz, that something is up.
Considering the way she died, I don't think it was suicide.
Without a quiz, that something is up. The situation's not the best for someone who is only been dead. Without a quiz, that something is up.
And the butler didn't do it. Murder! Very serious business.
Oh God! A murder at Rancour's retreat.
Perhaps two.
What do you mean?
Recall Clive's last words.
Maureen was dead.
Stop! The stairs are not safe. Doctor, you see to Lord Rancour. I think it's best we remain all together.
But what if she needs help?
She knows her business. We can better use you down here. Since we'll be spending some time here, I think it's best if we remove Clive to another room.
I shan't be spending time here. I'm leaving. You can't leave. None of us can leave. I said the bridge was impassable.
But we've only the one woman for that. Send someone to be sure. We will do that, but with order. Master Nigel, please assist Flint in moving Clive to the library.
Come on, then.
Careful.
something a bit stiffer.
Good idea, Colonel. See, you will have to lead the scouting party serving bridge.
A scouting party? By Jove, I haven't led a scouting party since I fought against the Potty-Watties.
Yes, Colonel Gillweather.
Should I set off now?
No. Wait until we know Lord Rancour's condition.
As you said, by Jove, I should have had you ninja. Your head in my heart. Those Potty-Watties would have ended up
Dead. Lord Rancour is quite dead.
What, how?
His heart!
No, he had a bad heart.
It was a heart attack.
It was revolver.
Oh,
And close range.
I trust you didn't touch the revolver.
Certainly not. There was no revolver to touch.
Oh, I see.
Gone. The master. Murdered.
Doctor, approximately how long would you say my uncle has been murdered?
Difficult to tell. 3 hours, probably less.
3 hours? That means he was shot when we were in the house.
ridiculous.
I agree. I had no gunshots.
Well, it's an old house. The walls are pretty thick.
And the revolver was muffled, most likely.
But who would have wanted to kill my uncle?
A murderer, good or bad, usually has a motive.
Quite true. But what would this motive be?
I've always been partial to revenge, passion, lust, and greed.
Recently, on my trips toward Rancour, I've noticed an explicit intense atmosphere between him and one of his servants, Clive.
Right, Doctor. I was completely devoted to my uncle until
Clive's husband passed away.
Yeah, now. Clive always used to say that her husband was being worked too hard.
Did you notice it was revenge? Yes. I, for one, don't think she done it. I don't think she did it either, my dear. And why not? Because Clive has also been the victim of foul play.
And that murderer is probably, say, miles from here by now.
Unless he found the bridge impassable. That would mean the murderer is still on the island. Or in this house.
Then I say we brave the storm and find out.
Just my plan. Come no other.
What? Who's that scouting party? Up and out again. Flint. Leave Ranger.
Aye,
Nigel. Doctor. You know Nigel here will take us both to the bridge and survey the battlements there. Flint. You'll be my aide de camp.
Yes.
We'll make a wide sweep of the island and rout the enemy from his entrenchments. Then we'll all reconnoiter. Reconnoiter at the island gates. You've got your orders into the fray. Don't give up the chalet.
They didn't wear their rubbers. They'll muck up the carpets when they come back. If they come back. I'm hungry. It is cold. And when it comes burnt. But Lettie, do you suppose we could have some biscuits with our sherry? Yes, Mum. Well, miss? I'm afraid to go with there. I'll go with you. Be careful, girls. I'm terribly frightened. Nonsense. The gentleman left us completely unprotected. We'll make do, but I am the old woman. Who? Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who rules the colonies. So there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Most apropos words are these. Though we're women, that is clear. We will somehow persevere. Paying heed, though we're strong. To Mr. Roosevelt thought, don't be afraid. When you can be courageous.
say?
The poor fellow is really wet. He'll catch a slip.
Angel of mercy.
He'll catch more than that. We turn over to the authorities.
I'm a bit confused.
Well, we're not. We've been much too clever for you.
You don't seem to understand.
Quiet, harbinger of evil. Lettie, bind his hands and feet.
By myself? I'd rather not, miss.
Lady Grace, I haven't covered. Assist Lettie, if you will.
I'm afraid you might have me confused with someone else.
I said quiet. We know more about you than you think. We need hear none of your cunning lies.
Gentle miss, I appeal to you.
Yes. Yes?
Can you do nothing?
Don't cut off his circulation.
Thank you.
I'm given by his wiles, my dear. The hardest criminal can, on occasion, display charm. But Miss Tweed, Lettie, I think I hear the men without. Don't run up to the carpet.
We covered every inch of the island.
The rising part of us had washed out the bridge completely. And it seems as though the murderer has vanished.
You found out the trees of the enemy.
Like I said.
Well, he might have vanished, only to reappear.
Oh! Who is this?
If my deductions are correct, this is our man.
So this is our murderer?
Murderer? Is that what you... Murderer?
Please, don't say anything else.
But what is the motive?
Simple. He has a letter on his chest. He's a college student. College students are notoriously impoverished. He came here hoping to steal something of value. Was discovered by Lord Rancour and promptly did him in. What about notice my yarn is finished? Therefore, I deduce that this young man is not only a college student and a thief, but a murderer as well. Lettie, if you check his knapsack, I believe you will discover the weapon. A shirt? A cucumber sandwich? Oh, Lettie! Get here!
There's nothing else in here, but...
Wasn't spot the fingerprints? You speak, you're remarkable.
May I speak?
Yes. It's only fair.
You may speak, but don't expect us to believe a word you say.
Your first deduction was correct. I am a college student. But I'm not a thief. I'm a third oarsman. My team and I were rowing on the lake when the storm overcame us. Our tiny craft capsized. The others swam to the mainland, but I, not wanting to ruin my jersey, swam here. It was closer. My intention was to walk across the bridge, but finding it washed out, I came here for refuge.
A likely story.
It sounds plausible.
And instead of refuge, I find myself accused of murder. A murder I did not commit.
There were the two murders.
That's right. What about Clive's murder, Miss Tweed? A happenstance thief wouldn't have had the time to wire the stack.
What's thinking this?
But what about the gun? He did have a gun. And it has been fired recently.
Yes, it has.
That's our starting pistol. It fires blanks.
Really? Then you wouldn't mind my firing it at you?
Nigel!
Why, no.
Then why are you so nervous?
It's just that I've never had a gun pointed at me before.
And you still maintain that this is a blank pistol?
Yes, it is.
Then you wouldn't mind my firing?
I think you can untie me now.
Well, we all make mistakes.
I understand that I'm an outsider, but now that I'm on the inside, will someone please explain to me what has been going on?
Well, Lucy.
I think it's best I explain, my dear. We are all weekend guests of the late Lord Rancour.
How late?
Approximately 3 hours and 30 minutes. He and his butler Clive have been murdered here this evening.
Murdered? Here in the house?
Yes, one upstairs, one on. And that
help on the way?
How could you be on the way? The bridge is washed out.
Have you telephoned?
Telephone? Of course! Isn't he wonderful? Are you there? Operator!
Dr. Grayburn.
Are you there? I say that.
Dr. Grayburn, the wire's been cut.
Good grief, the wire's been cut. Operator! The wire's been cut.
Has anyone seen my garden shears?
Cut wire. Missing shears.
Is this the only telephone in the house?
Oh no, there's one in every room.
Could you check them?
Come on, pick one. No, you do it. What?
Hello?
Oh my goodness! There's like so about this.
I'll go with you.
Aren't you going to change first? You're so distinct.
How thoughtful of you to notice.
I hope at least one of the telephones is ends of peace. I don't think I can spend another minute on this island.
We're almost anxious to leave Lady Grace.
Something has been troubling me.
What is it, my dear?
You said Lord Rancour has been dead for approximately 3 hours.
That's correct.
Did it happen in his room?
I'd say so, yes.
Yet the Colonel saw his tarpaulin.
I did. It was more than 2 hours ago.
You see, that's what's been troubling me.
But wait a minute. I don't know Master's car up. Why?
You drove the Master's car here,
Yes, miss.
and your missing shears most likely cut our only means of communication.
Oh, my shears must have been stolen. The rest is simple.
Nothing is simple when murder is involved. Why were you driving Lord Rancour's car?
I found it parked beside the west wing. I just drove around with the clocks, that's all.
And did you see Lord Rancour?
No, I figured he'd already gone straight up to his room.
Perhaps. But how do you explain why all the wires have been cut off?
We really are completely cut off from the outside world. All alone here on this damned island.
I say, anyone afraid of the romping name of chess?
What?
There was a ring, wasn't there? I had it too.
But that's impossible.
Last week I read a treatise on mass hallucination. Oh,
I found it! Hello there!
Yes!
oh, quickly, cover your faces.
No need for that. The things in life only with those in the direct line of fire.
Lettie, fetch me the doctor's bag. I see you know your gases, Colonel.
I saw it. The great boy there.
With for much.
Colonel, is it, lethal?
Yes, I would say get would be on the...
Instantaneous.
Oh, God. The doctor murdered too.
Is it murder this time?
It looks that way.
Another fiendishly concocted device. A comedy mechanism. Set to stimulate the ringing of a telephone bell. I thought it sounded like a telephone bell myself. What will we do? We'll catastrophe. Catastrophe. What will we do? First, we will remove the body. Master Nigel, please assist Flint in removing the good doctor to the library.
The last time.
We can't make any promises. First time?
Oh, yes.
It's not mine.
Not the shoes.
I don't know this is the best time to do it, but we men have been battling the elements, and I, for one, could use a brace of tea.
Oh. After this harrowing experience, I believe we can all use a bit of tea. Lettie, I told you, I'm not going to play alone. We'll be happy to accompany you, won't we, Colonel?
Yes, yes.
Lady Grace? Oh, anybody? No, thank you. I am dressed fatigued. If you'll excuse me, I think I'll go up to my room and lie down for a while. You won't forget to bolt the door, dear? Forget to bolt the door. I'll bolt the door.
alone for a purpose.
Perhaps so I could get to know you better. I don't know you at all, and yet I feel I've known you all my life.
And me too. You aren't frightened of me.
I know. How could I be frightened of you? There's a talk of ginger when you meet a dashing stranger, and I don't know why I trust you, but I do. Yes, I do. When a glance is known inside you, I'm afraid I've been decided, and I don't know why I trust you, but I do. Yes, I do. You give me my heart a lift. You master that ancient gift, what a gift for a knight without his honor. But to steal my princely charmer, like a lance of fox, you're too good to be true. Oh, I don't know why I trust you, but I do. Yes, I do. Oh, I don't know why I trust you, but I do.
There is danger with a stranger from the moment of our meeting. I thought we were repeating an encounter we encountered once before. When our glances coincided, I knew fate had been decided. It's chemistry, you know you can't ignore.
Tell me more.
Make your heart start beating faster. It's a well-known love forecaster. Their hearts collide, there's happiness in store. Together and close we glide. I'm more than toast inside, toast inside, toast inside. Though my trust in you is utter, you will be my bread and butter. Living in our marmalade of tea for two.
Tea for you.
Oh, I don't know why I trust you.
Oh, I don't know why I trust you.
Oh, I don't know why I trust you, but I do. Yes, I do. I don't know why, but I. Oh, I don't know why I trust you. Oh, I don't know why I trust you. Oh, I don't know why I love you, but I do. Yes, I do. I don't know why, but I doodly 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 do, but I do. My name's Geoffrey.
Of course, Geoffrey. And I'm Hope.
Hello. Hope.
Hello, what's this?
She has a cinder in her eye.
This one? It seems to be all right now.
Where are the others?
Making tea?
Shall we join them?
Hey, where you off?
Well, we were going to the study to...
To look for clues.
Yes, clues.
They won't find anything in there.
They'll find what they're looking for.
He's unthinking.
After you, Governor.
Oh no, go on ahead, Flint. I need to go upstairs and adjust my tunnel. have a little chat.
If you don't mind, I'd rather be alone.
Oh yes, for this discussion we should be alone. Lady Rancour!
What did you call me?
Lady Rancour! I'm on to you in your little game.
What do you mean?
Rumor has it that you, my dear lady, are practically penniless.
That's not true.
But you do recognize your own handwriting in this letter to my uncle, your ex-husband?
Why should I write Lord Rancour?
For a request for loan of several thousand.
Yes, to retain my social position, I must have financial assistance.
Dear Miss Dudley, you might think it's strange when I write to you after all these years, but you are my last hope since all the
Go on. I'm married.
I never knew my uncle had married.
It was not a union of love. Henry was a successful barrister and needed a wife of social prominence. My days and nights were spent in loneliness, until I met Shirley, a dashing young lieutenant. Our affair was brief but beautiful. Dudley found us out and had Shirley sent abroad. I was sent to South France when the divorce was final. I stayed on, met Lord Manly-Prowe, and tried to forget. Now I live up Flint. Family.
And little Dudley invited you here this weekend to give you your loan.
I don't know.
And if you refuse?
I would have been desperate.
Exactly, desperate enough to murder.
Why?
Perhaps you did see him. Perhaps he did refuse.
Well, that's not true.
Or did the word Lady Grace you have a motive clearly defined in this letter to my uncle?
But I did not kill him.
Whether you did or did not does not interest me. My interest only lies in the large sum of money my uncle should have left me in his will. A sum we could share if you assist me.
Why would you share it with me?
I need your help. I'll tell no one in this letter if you help me find my uncle's will. If I am his legal heir, you will have no problem. But if I am not, you must find it and you must destroy it. After all, I am the legal heir.
But how can I help?
I need time to search Dudley's rooms. Don't let anyone come upstairs.
How can I prevent him?
Flirt, swoon, use any womanly device, but I must have time.
I will.
Well, the night is still young, Colonel.
My dear lady, to protract the elements, the phrase of tea, set me up for a good night's sleep.
Tell me, Colonel Gillweather, how long were you in the army?
All my life. Yes, all my life.
It must have been a very exciting life.
Nothing like it. Right at the sun up, sleep at sunset. Good night, my lady.
Cigarette?
No, no thank you.
No. I would like a cigarette.
I beg your pardon. Never touch them. Here, have a Havana.
Thank you. A Havana! Oh, Havana! Ever been there?
No, not that I recall. But there have been so many places.
And with a girl in every port?
Yeah, no. I learned my lesson quite early in life.
An unhappy love affair?
Yes, quite.
I completely sympathize, Colonel. I too had an unhappy love affair. When I was young, as a matter of fact, with a dashing young lieutenant.
Ah, I was lieutenant at the time. It was a beautiful slip of a thing. Every movement filled with grace. Grace was her name.
My Don Juan was named Shirley.
What?
I know, Shirley, an odd name.
His surname.
I know the name.
Your name.
At the time, Grace Rancour.
Grace.
Shirley?
Grace.
Shirley! Oh, it's been so long!
12 years, hasn't it?
Yes, 20 years now. Here I am, and there you are.
Yes, well, There you are. Good night, my dear.
Da-da-da-dum.
No.
Ah, you remember the little cafe, the French chateau, the vintage wine, our song. He treats me right. He treats me left over, but I always have been a pushover or a gentleman with an act like the man with the ginger mustache. The man is the ginger mustache. The man is that man can sweep me right off of my feet. Now I can't give a girl a rest. The man has a ginger mustache. I've been around with men of all classes, knew all the tricks and knew all the passes. Then he appeared, and the game was not the same. This was a day that he knew how to take. He treats me right. He treats me wrong. But it's my season for stringing along, and I'll hang on till the crash of an engine with the ginger mustache and cool and passion, flashy and passion. Potent man with the ginger mustache got me going around and around, getting people from my feet on the ground. Love that little mustache.
Good night.
There was a child.
What?
Ouch. There was a child.
Dudley's?
Yours and mine.
Ours?
Yours and mine.
A baby.
The baby.
A baby child.
Yes, Shirley.
Yours. And mine. Baby. Child.
That's what I said.
Sit down, my dear. Is there anything I can get you?
Shirley, that was 21 years ago.
Brandy?
No, thank you.
I'd like a brandy. Quite sure.
Yes, positive.
A father. I'm a father.
Yes.
Grace, I'm a father. Tell me, am I a boy father or a girl father?
I never knew.
Never.
No, never. Dudley never allowed me to see the child. It was part of our bargain. My shame would then be disclosed, and Dudley would raise our child as heir. The education and upbringing of the child was very closely guaranteed. Now Dudley's dead. Oh, Shirley, we may never know if it was a boy or a girl.
So the child will be Dudley's heir?
Yes, unless.
Unless what?
Unless Nigel finds Dudley's will. He intends destroying it and leaving the heir.
How does he know?
He told me. He wants me to help him. And I must.
Must?
Yes, must. And shall we tell him why, Lady Grace?
Nigel!
Colonel, Would you care to see the contents of a letter frantically written by her ladyship to my uncle?
Nigel, no! What about the will? Why don't you tell me about the will?
And why should I? For whose business is that but mine? After all, am I not the legal heir?
You must come back into the kitchen. Just unquote the most provocative bottle of Matinee 26 I've ever come across. You'll never guess what Geoffery and I found. We're examining Clive's body and Geoffery found this gun. Examining Clive's body?
Oh, I'm sorry, I probably washed up the fingerprints.
Good work, young man. Could this be Lord Rancour's murder weapon? There you go. Mr. Flint, do you recognize this pistol?
I've never seen it before.
Could it have a long Clive?
Well, I don't know.
Perhaps they're Rancour.
I wouldn't know.
Well then, we'll put it to the desk near our other weapon, the telephone. What's this? That's awful. Are these your missing shears?
How'd they get in there?
Someone put them here. And possibly someone put this gun on Clive's body. Just as someone put gas in the telephone. But who? Now where was I?
Who did? Will they do it again? Who's next? Who's next? Let's go to one mother and it's a dishes Who did it?
Precisely. And what's your clue? Telephone ringing is very suspicious. The colonel knows his gas is well suspicious. The servants warm up that he pen. The ladies scratching in ordinary malicious. Suspicious. Suspicious. The nephew is the uncle's heir. Sweet young pig has locks of hair. Suspicious. The young man smudged the fingerprints. The house is full of clues. It's suspicious.
Delicious.
Suspicious. But really, this Tweed is irrelevant. Adventure is the only life for me. A chilling environment. Malice, mayhem, mystery, murder, just my cup of tea. He said he looked our master's car. Suspicious. And here is something far too vicious. He suspects 5 and suspect 3 have known each other previously, and everything is obviously suspiciously religiously suspicious, suspicious, suspicious. But really, I'm really environment. Adventure is the only life for me. Chilling environment. Malice, mayhem, mystery, murder. Malice, mayhem, mystery, murder.
Mystery is here about suspicious. We think because it's figured out suspicious. The one who knows too much indeed is that old man in suit-based Tweed.
What?
Suspicious.
Huh?
Suspicious.
No.
Suspicious. Suspicious. Suspicious.
Telephone thinking is bad.
Colonel knows his gas is well. Nephew is the uncle's heir.
Servants are crafty patty.
Every sound is rather shady.
Could the culprit be the lady?
No traditional fingerprints.
What the missing sheep of Flint?
Was it Breed?
Was it Tweed? Followed by suspicion. We don't point to guilty thing. Now this one is. That one is. This one. That one. This one. That one. Suspicious.
Where are you?
Someone
others. Grace. Grace.
Oh, well, I see. Shall we do it?
Yes.
Oh, Miss, we let me.
No, Geoffrey, I can do the exercise. Are you sure?
It's fine.
Careful.
1, 2, 3. Carry on.
Be careful.
All right.
The power's back on.
Oh, good work, Fitch.
Very good work, Flint.
That happens all the time.
Mr. Flint, I see we have electricity. Oh,
Yes, miss.
how is it repaired?
Oh, I just fiddle with the generator.
Indeed. Is the generator our only source of power?
Yes, miss.
That's good. I think I'd better have a look. Come on, Colonel. I'm going with you.
Right for you.
Oh, Geoffrey, you're so naughty.
Alone at last. In his room, my uncle breathed his last defensive breath, and he is the place that Lady Grace shocked herself to death. I was on the stairs, the doctor over there. I believe Count, where is your love? To be you. You are what I'm waiting for. Palpitating for. My dream will come true. Come to me. Let me know you're mine. Let my love enshrine you forever. I'm the one. Tell me I'm the one. No other one. Give it I know what I'm looking for, and what I'm looking for has got to be here. Now, where could you be? Here you are, I have you at last. Now my troubled past is really passé. Hallelujah, and now that I have you, I'll go to a room, perhaps and away. What? No. Huh? Come on back! Oh my God, despair! Uncle wasn't fair! I'm not the legal heir. I'm not the legal heir. Not the legal heir. Not the legal heir. The legal heir.
Miss Langdon? Miss Langdon? Not here. I've got someone to speak to you on chat. Miss Langdon? What's this? Oh, Master Nigel, look at it smashed. Come on, man, up there. It's smashed. Master Nigel? By Jove! Again? And what's this? Nigel. Lord Rancour's will. I, Lord Dudley Rancour, being of sound mind and body, do hereby. And also, I'm a good father. What's this? Amy, what you commonly use for the Manly-Prowe tribe is the upper Amazon. Should mean I have about 5 minutes left to live.
Thank goodness you're here. I have a problem.
You too?
They pinched me directly behind the generator.
Chief, however, Miss Tweed, I must call your attention to this guard.
No time for games, Colonel. We have serious matters to contend with. Time is of the essence.
You're telling me?
Oh, sorry.
There you are.
We've been
He's Nigel.
poisoned, damn it!
Is he dead?
God damn it, I'm crying alive.
Quite a heavy little object, I'd say. I didn't feel well.
That makes 2 of us.
The library.
Okay.
We don't know whether. Let it alone.
You can have almost 2 if you like.
Well, what did you say with yourself?
I found this in my neck.
Guineas? That means you have 5 minutes left.
Not anymore.
Were you able to see who did it?
No, but it may shine a light on something.
Lord Rancour's will.
Yes, Lord Rancour's legal heir.
How Langdon?
Yes,
But how?
Dudley's adopted daughter, my love child. Her mother was Grace Rancour, Manly-Prowe.
Grace Rancour Manly-Prowe? Does Miss Langdon know about this?
No time for that question. Well, your time at all. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you okay?
It must be fast.
Maybe we should. The Colonel!
Yes.
What? How?
A poisoned dart.
No.
With dignity, men.
Hey,
C'est la vie.
You know, Mia.
Now let me know me, Raasch. Raasch! We're not going to be the next one dragged into that library. They're dropping like flies. Okay, now if I have to swing the leg. You're just excited, my dear. Excited? Of course I'm excited. There are only 5 of us left. The odds are not very good for me, are they? You're right, my dear. When you consider that one of us is the murderer. Like I said, I'm leaving. Now, Lettie. Get off, suspect! What? Yes, I suspect you as much as him. Or him. Or her. Who knew the house inside and out?
Now, wait a minute. Emelia the master inside now.
Please, what?
Lettie, please fall down.
Who are you? Appearing out of nowhere. I will trust him for a minute. You. What's the Oxford Oxford?
Foxy? Oxford Coxy? That's easy for you to say.
Please, you're all under suspicion. Let none of us forget that. I haven't forgotten that. And I'm going to pack this minute. Lettie is right. We should pack and be prepared to leave as soon as climatically possible.
Well, it'll be a while.
Nevertheless, pack.
Pack.
Hack. Hack. night.
Well, the rope's not cut. Must have slipped.
I doubt that it was an accident.
That means you were supposed to be next.
Oh, Geoffrey!
Oh, don't worry, I'm here.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Where were we all 5 minutes ago?
Oh, well, I'd better get this thing out of you.
Lettie, I think we'll all be wanting tea.
Yes, please. Yeah, I guess you'll need it. Who's going to come with me?
I'll be right back.
My dear, tea will be a few minutes. We can take advantage of this time to put the rest of your things together.
But what about Geoffrey?
He'll be along in a minute.
Well, we've got the gas on.
But we need a match to light it.
Yes, I've got Max.
Oh, where are you off to?
I have a few more things to bring down.
And I'm going to get ready to leave. I'm packed already. And as soon as I get your tea made, I'm getting out of here.
Well, here's your match, Lettie.
Geoffrey, I always have trouble closing my valise.
Oh, I'm a crackerjack at valises.
Oh my goodness!
So am I.
But what about the tea?
Oh, I'll give you any assistance you need.
I don't need any assistance you can give me. Gripper.
Oh, maybe you do. There's a boat.
Oh.
There's a boat.
Oh.
I almost forgot its existence, but it's in there, ready to use. And it's still capable of distance. So step right up and put on your cruising shoes. Come on. I've got a teeny little dinghy for you to see. But your teeny little dinghy's big enough for only you and me. Well, I'm speaking. It's a teeny little dinghy, and it's in shape. Just a teeny little dinghy sitting there to use in our escape.
Escape! Did you say escape? Come, let us go, let us fly, let us disappear. Now is the time for the two of us to get out there and play with no one is out here. Did you say escape? Yes, it says escape!
I ain't used it since last winter, but I think I can get it going again.
How will this end?
Oh, look at you, inspired by the river.
I was only joking. Think. Us in a teeny little dinghy, no chaperone. We're lost in your teeny little dinghy. Lucky you and I will be alone.
Hello, you say hello.
That's fine.
Come, let's go, let's fly, let's disappear. Now is the time for the two of us to get up there and you know what is out here. Didn't say hello.
That's fine.
Yes, you said hello. 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 Oh my. If you've got a teeny little dinghy, you must recall that our teeny little dinghy's better than no dinghy at all. I've got to go get yours. You get your things together. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
therefore, as your solicitor, I must insist that you stop hiding very large sums of money in the antique 4-foot-tall green vase with a giant tinkly dragon and persimmon flowers. I can see it.
Lettie, if you finish with the tea, I could use some help with my wickers. Where is that girl?
May I be of assistance?
Mr. Flint, you may handle my wicker and nothing more.
Well, I'll handle anything you like, miss.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Flint. You see, I haven't forgotten the incident behind the generator.
Oh, neither have I.
Try, Mr. Flint, try.
Oh, but I'm always up there trying.
Mr. Flint, remember, you are a gentleman. I am a lady.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Mr. Flint.
What? I say, what about tea?
Oh, Lettie, where could that girl be?
Lettie.
Maybe she can sit in the way.
Lettie!
Boys, look at this. You don't think she'd know? Her valise is here, and
Yes.
what's this? Gentlemen, something's afoot!
Oh,
Another diabolical plot.
you don't think she would have...
Oh, she could have told.
Oh.
Oh, she did. Gentlemen,
The library.
oh, please. Damn clever, those Chinese.
Miss Tweed, have you seen Geoffery? I sent it for my tea.
Tea?
Yes, you know the tea Lettie was making.
Lettie was unable to complete that task.
Why?
Another fiendishly concocted device.
Oh, Miss Tweed. But I wish Geoffery were here.
Why don't you sit down? I do wish we had that tea.
Tea? What? Oh, the tea. I'll make the tea. I could do with a little myself.
Geoffery!
Oh, you're right.
I will be. After I've had my tea, think she's going to get it.
Oh, I wonder if Lettie turned off the gas.
He comes back to us again.
Good night, sweet Flint.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Come in.
Take them off.
By myself?
We're mere women. Geoffery, didn't you say you were a rower?
Does this look like a boat?
You can do it.
No, I can't. Okay, now.
Is that strong?
By the time you get to the library, we'll all be dead.
and yet I feel I'm to blame.
No, Geoffrey, I understand what you're saying, my dear. Mr. Flint wasn't murdered. That's right. 8 deaths have occurred in this house tonight, 7 obviously premeditated. The 8th, Flint, was accidental, a provident twist of fate.
Come again?
Provident for us that fate struck him down before his plans for our deaths came to fruition.
Then Flint is our murderer.
Precisely. Yes, dear. Oh, I've suspected him for some time.
Yes, living here. He knows us well, better than anybody.
But have you considered his motive?
Yes. Insanity!
Oh, really?
It's the only possible solution. Pathological killers need no motivation.
I've heard that too.
Oh, listen, the rain has stopped.
We'll soon be able to leave.
It's almost dawn. We'll wait until sundown.
I should finish packing.
Oh, before you do anything else, dear, I think you should read this.
Lord Rancour's will. Why should I read it?
If you look at it correctly.
Oh, I think I should sit down.
Hope is anything wrong?
On the contrary, Miss Langdon is heir to the Rancour fortune.
What?
That's what it says, Geoffrey. Read it. But why, Miss Tweed? I don't understand.
You are the love child of Colonel Gillweather and Lady Manly-Prowe. Your birth was unfortunately illegitimate. Does that mean I'm a boss? Yes, my dear, but a very rich one. You are the adopted daughter of Lord Rancour, and for reasons of his own, he preferred to remain anonymous.
And you never knew?
I hadn't an inkling.
Oh, Dudley wanted it that way.
And that's why I was invited to you this weekend. I had wondered.
Yes, my dear Hope, you are a very lucky girl.
Yes, I am. And I'm lucky to have such a good friend in you, Miss Tweed.
And you are a master detective.
Tell us, how do you do it?
Books! Books about suspense, mystery, and murder.
What do you mean, Miss Tweed?
I owe it all to Agatha Christie, Arthur Conan Doyle, Charlie Chan, and Mary Rose Reinhardt taught me criminology is definitely a fine art with a knock of the head. To William Shakespeare, that was true, Painting Blue or two. I owe it all to Agatha Christie, Aggie, merci beaucoup.
Where is Queen Ivy?
To William Collins, to Honor Stanley, I have learned detection from the masters. When a culprit's on the loose, I'm not a novice at deducing what, where, and why, and who and why. But I must give one better do. Oh, Agatha Christie, I get a bit misty, thinking it's what I owe you. Oh, now. The sheets of Nella Baskerville and Dr. Watson too. And every detective will that who contained a clue. Roger Ackroyd, 13 deaths involved between its trees. The mistress and the man in every other mystery with a roll of the head. To William Shakespeare, with a 2, English 3, and 2. I owe it all to Agatha Christie.
And we owe it all to you.
My heart is pounding madly. It needs a while to explode and roar inside me. All saying I love Agatha, Aggie, Agatha, Aggie. It's all the 3 of us to carry on. Don't be afraid when you can be courageous. Why be afraid? My spirit talking changes, carry, carry. We shall carry. We talk to Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan. You bet your mama shoot. Charlie Chan and Mary Rose Reinhardt. George's criminology is technically a fine art with a knock of the head. To William Shakespeare, there was 2, English 3, and 2. We owe it all to Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie, with all of us listening. Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie. model.
Do you really think I would?
Yes, yes, a fine specimen. Oh, Miss Tweed, do let me watch.
Oh, yes, Miss Tweed, please do.
No. This is going to be my surprise, the two of you. Oh, then I won't bother you. I'll just pop upstairs and finish my packing.
Shouldn't I go with her?
There's no danger anymore.
You're right. Well, what do I do?
Stand in a comfortable position and hold it. That's disgusting. Make a muscle. Yes, that's it. Now don't move. You're doing splendidly. Let's see.
Thank you.
For the hair, a tact of amber, a hint of ombre. Mixing is so important, you know. You and Hope seem very close. You're sure you've never met before?
No, never. It's a happy coincidence our meeting like this.
It's been an evening of coincidence. For example, Hope's real parents being here, and your unexpected arrival. Coincidence, like your suggestion that we try the telephone. You found the gun on Clive's body and you, accidentally, left the gas on.
I do feel awful about that. But we got a murderer.
No, Geoffrey. The murderer wasn't Flint.
But there are only 3 of us left. You're not suspecting me!
Muscles up! No, not you, dear. I'm talking about coincidence. You were an unexpected arrival, whereas I've been planning this weekend for weeks and weeks.
You've been. I'd better see what's keeping Hope.
Don't move! Hope is quite safe. She has nothing to worry about. Of course. The house. I've deduced it, Geoffrey. I know who the murderer is.
Really? Who?
I should have known it all along. It's practically elementary. All it took was putting this and that together. And now I know who it is, Geoffrey. The murderer is.
Who, Miss Tweed? Who? Miss Tweed? Oh my! No.
This is your pastor, Father, and the Rancour speaking. Welcome. to Rancour's retreat. Yes, my dear, I am the culprit.
Why?
I shall explain. You are legal age and can inherit my estate without the hindrance of parents or guardians interfering in your future happiness. Better you remain an orphan. The colonel and Manly-Prowe have been disposed of, and I, being an old hand at the bar, have tried and convicted myself.
He took his own life.
And have taken my own life as well.
What about the others?
There were 3 others who knew of your illegitimacy. Clive, Dr. Grayburn, who delivered you, and Miss Tweed. Tweed, that was your nanny for the first 6 months of your life.
No.
Venus knew when she learned of your true identity, no doubt she would have come to all the proper or improper conclusions. Nigel would have contested the will. Lettie was blackmailing me for personal reasons. And Flint was a cripper. That is the why. Would you like to know how I did it?
Yes.
Then turn me over. Here is how I did it. In every instance, I had an accomplice. The victim himself. For example, Clive had a penchant for punctuality. Dinner was always announced from the stair at precisely 7:15. The explosion was triggered for
7:15.
precisely. It had one thing in common. Greed. Greed led Nigel to the will and Lettie to the bars. Well, I must tell you about the bars.
Geoffery, I've had enough. Turn down the sound. He did it all for me.
He had planned everything. Except, of course, my being here.
Oh, Geoffery.
To us.
Listen, it must be morning. Oh, Geoffery, look. It's a new day. Here is the new day we've waited for. It's a new day, yours and mine.
Oh, we'll start a new life on this new day, and a new sun will shine. Hand in hand,
We will rid the world as we sing along the way. Raise up your voices and join our song. It's a new day. Here is the day we'll wait. It's a new day, yours and mine. We'll start a new life on this new day, and a new sun will shine. Hand in hand, we will greet the world as we sing along the way. Raise up your voices and join our song.
And knowing that old Flint habitually takes nips of the wine from the crystal decanter, I have liberally laced it with arsenic. My deeds are done. The world is yours. It's a new day, new day, new day, new day.
It's a new